The gift I brought for a child that didn't exist. Linda Parker stepped off the Greyhound bus with 2 gift bags cutting into her, fingers and a soft pastel yellow baby blanket, folded carefully under her arm. The cold Chicago breeze brushed across her silver hair, but nothing could dim the warmth burning inside her that morning. After 67 years of life, some filled with joy, others bruised by grief, today was supposed to be one of the best days she would ever live. Her son Michael was expecting a baby, her first grandchild. A granddaughter. Linda still remembered the night he told her. Her hands trembled around the phone, tears falling freely as if a dam inside her had broken. Her husband had passed away 5 years earlier, leaving her with quiet evenings and a house too big for one person. She missed laughter, footsteps, family. A grandchild felt like hope reincarnated, and today she would finally meet her. Michael and his wife Anna didn't know she was coming. Linda wanted to surprise them, arrive with hugs, gifts, love overflowing like spring water. She imagined holding the baby close, rocking her to sleep, inhaling that newborn scent that once belonged to her own son. The Uber dropped her at their small rental home, a white, single-story house with fading paint and a cracked driveway. It wasn't much, but it looked warm. It looked lived in. It looked ready for a child. Linda straightened her scarf and walked up the porch. She knocked. No answer. She tried the handle. The door was locked. She pulled out her phone, ready to call Michael, when she heard voices inside. Not just voices, Anna's voice. Talking softly, but Linda heard no infant cry. No giggle, no soft wail. Strange. A mother with a newborn rarely has silence. She leaned closer to the window, guilt pricking her conscience. She knew she shouldn't look. But love does strange things to people, and curiosity even stranger. The blinds had a narrow slit. Linda peeked. What she saw punched the air out of her lungs. Anna stood in the living room, her hand beneath her shirt, lifting, peeling, removing something. Her pregnant belly came off. A silicone shell, round, smooth, fake. Linda's bags dropped to the floor. The baby bottle rolled down the porch step and landed in the grass with a soft thud. Her heart fractured, not just cracked, but shattered like thin glass under a hammer. There was no baby. There never had been. The blanket in her hand suddenly felt heavy, like the weight of every unspoken wish she'd ever had. Before she could process, the front door opened. Michael stood there, tired eyes, stubbled jaw, shadows under his gaze like sleepless nights carved into skin. "Mom," he whispered. Linda forced a smile, trembling. Surprise. But nothing about this moment felt like joy.
Who was he? Michael opened his mouth, closed it, then sat, defeated. I lost my job 8 months ago. We ran out of money. The rent doubled. I borrowed from a private lender. Wrong choice. Very wrong. Linda's knees weakened. And the baby lie? He swallowed. I thought if you believed we were having a child, you'd help us. Not because you're rich, just because you're our mother. But I didn't want to ask directly. I thought a grandchild would make you stay longer. Make us feel like a family again. Linda closed her eyes. Pain isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper shaped like regret. She placed a gentle hand on his cheek. You don't lie to get love, Michael. You ask for it. You fight for it. You don't build hope from illusion, it collapses. He leaned into her touch like a child seeking shelter from a storm. So Linda made a decision. She moved in temporarily, not as a guest, but as a mother returning to her son. She helped Michael rebuild, updated his RSUM, helped him apply for dozens of jobs, contacted legal aid to renegotiate debt, encouraged Anna to revive her handmade candle business online. Days turned into weeks. Small progress, small victories, slow healing. Then came the confrontation. A black SUV rolled up outside one evening. The same man stepped out. Hard face, cold eyes, someone used to fear as currency. Linda stood beside her son as the man approached. You owe us, he said darkly. Michael opened his mouth to speak, but Linda stepped forward. No, she said firmly. We owe you clarity, not fear. The man raised a brow, amused. Linda didn't flinch. I spoke with an attorney this morning. You'll get your repayment through legal channel, not threats. You approach this house again with intimidation, and we file harassment charges. The man stared. Linda didn't blink. Finally, he smirked, stepped back, slid into his SUV, and drove away. Michael let out a shaking breath, collapsing into his mother's embrace like a man saved from drowning. Weeks passed. Michael found a job at a local logistics company, and his candle business began earning real orders. Debt was slowly cleared legally, safely, and Linda stayed by choice, not because of lies. One evening months later, Linda sat rocking on the porch, knitting another blanket, not yellow this time, soft lavender. Anna stepped beside her gently. Pregnancy news again? Linda smiled. Anna nodded, eyes bright. This time it's real. Linda exhaled relief so warm it melted every winter she ever carried inside. Michael came outside, placed his hand over Anna's belly, small, growing, alive. Linda reached out, and they placed her hand over theirs. A real heartbeat, a real future. No lies, just family rebuilt from truth, bound by love. And for the first time, Linda didn't feel like she was waiting for happiness. She was living it.